Let's talk about the greatest game ever made, RuneScape. RuneScape has changed lives, not only my life, but millions of lives across the globe. When most people think of RuneScape though, they think of a boring game where all you do is click something and then wait and then click again. And they're right. They're very right. The game is not fun at all. It's not a fun game. You don't get any enjoyment out of it, but it is still a part of my life and my childhood. To explore why it is a great game to me, let's time travel. Let's time travel back in time to when I was 6 years old. I was 6 years old at my cousin's house and I saw them playing this game and I didn't know what it was. And I said, "What game are you guys playing?" And first they told me to go fuck myself. But then after that, these 8-year-old cousins of mine told me we're playing RuneScape. And I was like, whoa, that looks cool. I want to be a wizard. I want to be a knight. Can I play too? And they said, fuck no. But about a year later, I was on a website called Miniclip. And Miniclip was the mecca of Flash games. It was the greatest website ever if you wanted to play Flash games. Now, I think all you can do is play fucking 8-ball pool. I think that's the only game that's on there. And at the time on Miniclip, there was two main games that they were promoting. One was Club Penguin, and the second one was RuneScape. So I made an account and my journey started. I went on Tutorial Island. I was looking around. I was like, whoa, I'm gonna go do everything in the game that it has to offer. And when you start playing RuneScape at first, you're not doing anything right at all. I mean, unless you like start playing it when you're like 25 years old. But when you're young and you start playing the game, everything you do is very inefficient. I think it took me 5 years to get mithril armor. I would literally print out pages and I would sit on the toilet, read these fucking printed out pages from Rune HQ of how much XP a cake versus a chocolate cake gives you. It was so much of my life that I remember going to the Scholastic Book Fair and paying like $200 for the official RuneScape handbook. That shit was the coolest thing ever. It had like the whole map of the game. It had like XP rates and like showed you the combat triangle. It was such a cool book. Honestly, some of the best memories in my life are in the game. Just crazy things that don't happen anywhere else than a free-to-play MMO. Like I got married in the game. And I feel like if you haven't gotten married at 10 years old in an MMORPG, then you really missed out on a crucial part of growing up. I had my brother and all my cousins come. It was great. And after the church, we went to the Falador party room. We were broke. We couldn't really put much in, but we put in like logs and shit and maybe a couple gold bars and we popped the balloons and we had a great time. And then we went across the street to the bar and we got some wizard mind bombs. It was a great wedding. I don't think I've been to a better wedding than that in my life. And yeah, so I got married to this beautiful woman who might be a woman. I'm actually not sure. It could have been a 30-year-old man, but that's okay because in the game, I kind of did a similar thing because a lot of people would change their gender for fun. You got to remember, this was back about 20 years ago or so, where the peak humor was people PMing you on RuneScape saying, want to hear a funny joke? And then immediately responding with women's rights. I remember I changed from a man to a woman in the game. And then I would go around saying, who wants to be my boyfriend? And then when I found someone who wanted to be my boyfriend, I would make them pay me 5,000 GP. It's basically this. It's basically buying GF. Someone bought me as a GF and then they would give me the money and then I would say, haha, I'm actually a boy, and I would run away, and that was that. Now, these are the fun parts of RuneScape that I remember, but I also remember some very unfun parts. I remember actually some of the saddest moments of my life in RuneScape, which one of them was completely getting my account hacked. And the way that happened was I was like, I don't know, 9 years old. And I was trying to do Prince Ali Rescue. It was a very hard quest when you're 9 years old and you don't know that you can look up a quest guide. It was probably the hardest fucking thing in the entire world. And I had a friend who was like, hey bro, I can help you complete the quest. I know how to do it if you just give me your account login. And I was like, oh, that sounds amazing. And then my brother was like, wait, hold on. You can't just give this random guy your information. Why would he just do a quest for you? And I'm like, he's my friend. Don't worry about it. And my brother's like, no, I don't think you should do this. And I was like, you know what? You're right. So I told the guy, hey, maybe I shouldn't do this. This seems a little sketchy. But then he said, I'll do the quest for you and give you 10,000 GP. And I said, bro, I got to take advantage of this offer. He's going to give me free money and do the quest for me if I just give him my account information. This is the deal of a lifetime. I can't pass this up. This is like President's Day at Toyota. You just gotta take advantage of it. So I gave him my information. My brother was like, why the fuck did you do that? And I was like, don't worry. We'll wait an hour. He'll do the quest. It'll be fine. I waited an hour, and as I logged in, it said this password is incorrect. I came to realize, wow, I just gave away my account. The account didn't even have anything good in it, but it still sucked because I lost something that I worked on for years. It just felt awful losing all the work you put into it. And as the years went on, I decided I wanted to scam people. I wanted to fucking ruin people's lives because of the guy who ruined mine. It was also mainly because I never had a lot of money in the game. I never even had 1 mil in the game, and I was always wondering, how are people making money? Like, there's people walking around with full bandos. I've been playing the game for like 10 years and I still have like the worst shit ever. So I did a few doubling money scams, but I found the greatest scam ever. It was a scam that I found on YouTube where you would go to the Grand Exchange, tell people, hey, follow me, I'm doing a giveaway for a YouTube video. And people would be like, oh, he's doing a YouTube video. That's legit, because no one who's not legit can do a YouTube video. That's just impossible. So people would follow me. And remember, this is still free to play. So people had top of the line free to play armor. They're fucking gold trimmed and Saradoma trimmed armor, and they would follow me and I would take them into the wilderness. And now when you take someone to the wilderness wearing that stuff, obviously they're gonna question it. They're gonna be like, what the fuck is going on? I'm not gonna cross the border. So you would say, don't worry, we're just gonna be at level 1, because at level 1 you're pretty much safe. You could just jump over whenever you want. The way the scam worked was I would say, we're gonna play a game. Drop all your armor for 60 seconds on the ground and then pick it back up, which is probably the least fun game you could play. But the reason people went along with it was because I was offering 1 million GP. Now, did I have 1 million GP? No, I didn't have shit. So I'd start off picking the guy who had the most expensive armor, and I would tell him, all right, this is the challenge, you know, take off all your armor, drop it on the ground for 60 seconds. So I would stand far away, they would drop their armor, and then I would fucking telegrab that shit, fucking pew, throw that shit out there, grab the armor, and it would go into my inventory, and then I would run away and change worlds. And it didn't really work out too well because people with expensive armor didn't trust me, but I did have one person who changed my life that day. There was something that just dropped called a fish mask, and a fish mask was worth 4 million GP. It was just a cosmetic item, and for whatever reason, some random ass kid who didn't know what it was happened to get one, and he dropped his fish mask, and we became millionaires overnight. It was the greatest feeling ever, having no money and then some money. The game just became way better from then on. Just being able to buy whatever I wanted, being able to buy prayer pots and being able to buy swordfish. It was so fucking cool. But as time went on, my motivation to play the game decreased, and I took many breaks, many 6-month breaks, year breaks, longer than a year breaks. But the thing is with RuneScape, you never quit the game. You just take breaks. And I've been playing the game on and off for about 20 years now, and I can't think of any other game in existence that I've been playing that long. There's really no other game that you can play on and off, and it has a community around it where if you meet someone that plays it, you're like, yo, what the fuck, you play this game? How the fuck haven't we talked about this earlier? You're my best friend now forever. Except maybe World of Warcraft, but we don't talk about that. Fuck World of Warcraft. My Windows XP computer couldn't run it, and you have to pay monthly. Fuck that game. But yeah, that's my tribute to RuneScape. If you haven't played the game yet, I'm really curious what RuneScape for a completely brand new player as an adult is, because it might be not fun at all. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more video essays like this in the future, let me know. This is my first time trying something like this. If you haven't watched my channel before, usually I make video games, like I made 9/11 Pong, and I made a game where Mr. Beast shoots his fans, but I wanted to talk about RuneScape today, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video, and as always, have a great fucking day.